Hey everyone, it's Smoke. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about another subject I find very important, that being the UK's Online Safety Act. Now, on the surface, this law is supposed to make the internet a safer place for everyone. But the reality of the situation is it could have some pretty serious side effects, especially for privacy, free speech, and even how we use the internet on a daily basis. So without further ado, let's break down what this law is, what it's trying to do, and why so many people are voicing their concerns about it. To start, the Online Safety Act, which passed into UK law in 2023, aims to regulate online content and hold tech companies accountable for harmful material posted on their platforms, whether this be illegal content such as terrorist groups posting videos of murder or other things like it, or legal but still somewhat harmful material like porn sites or anything spreading misinformation, for example. The law places big responsibilities on platforms like Twitter, YouTube, TikTok, Spotify, and even apps like WhatsApp. You name it, it's probably going to be affected. This act will force them to monitor and remove harmful content quickly, or be faced with heavy fines from, I don't know how to pronounce this, so I'm going to butcher this throughout the entire video. I'm so sorry, but it's Ofcom. I'm just going to call them Ofcom for simplicity's sake. The UK's communications regulator is what they are, by the way. On the surface, it sounds like a very good idea. I mean, who wouldn't want a safer space to browse stuff? But the thing is, the way this law works, it raises very serious concerns. First off, we need to talk about privacy. You know, the thing everyone's entitled to. Well, that might not be a thing anymore with this act. One of the most controversial parts of this act is how it could undermine end-to-end encryption. Now, if you don't know what this is why I researched for you. End-to-end encryption is the technology that keeps your messages private on apps like WhatsApp and iMessage. Under the law, Ofcom can require platforms to scan private messages for illegal content such as child abuse material, whether that be sexual or not. And while this goal is important, the method is dangerous and means that not only will your messages no longer be between you and that person and your service provider, but could also be potentially leaked way easier. In order to scan these messages, companies may be forced to build backdoors. Now, if you don't know what a backdoor is, essentially it is another way for companies to either A, inject code, or B, just get into an app without... It's basically a way to brute force your way into an app. That's all it is. It's a way to brute force into it, and it's fucked. A very, very popular example of what a backdoor is if you've ever heard of the game Welcome to the Game. If you haven't, check out Markiplier's stream. Such a fucking good stream. The developer of the game added a backdoor that allowed it to where he could inject code into people's games who are playing live, and he could actively mess with the game and cause certain things to happen due to the backdoor inside of that person's game. Now, if backdoors are built into these encrypted apps, it's not just weakening security for the criminals who use them, it's weakening security for everyone. Once a backdoor exists, hackers, the government, and people who just want to be assholes in general can exploit it, allowing them to see your messages with whomever they please. And just when you thought it couldn't get any worse, to top it all off, they may also require Face ID and certain information on websites in order to verify that you're of age to use the website. A perfect example of this, most recently, was with Spotify, who now might require Face ID confirmation in order to confirm that you are old enough to listen to a certain song. And if you don't pass, well, your account gets put on a 30-day suspension, and until you can prove, or actually it's not even until, if you don't prove in those 30 days that you are of age, your account gets terminated. Whether that be a free account, a paid account, a premium account, it doesn't matter, it gets terminated. And you don't get access to it again. That money, gone. Now, if you thought all that shit was bad, it gets 20 times worse, and it just keeps getting fucking worse. The Act is also introducing something called the legal but harmful category. That means content doesn't have to break any laws to be censored, it just has to be considered harmful enough by the companies or Ofcom. But the thing is, who decides what's harmful? This is where free speech concerns come in. People are arguing the law encourages over-censorship, which I personally agree with. Companies can now take down content just in case it causes offense or could potentially be harmful. Even if it's like a political speech or satire content that somebody posted, or a meme. This creates a dog shit effect where people self-censor themselves to avoid being flagged, even when they're not breaking any laws or causing any harm. And as for journalists or activists or anyone who wants their voice to be heard as they speak out against whatever evil they believe in, this means that their voice can now be silenced and nothing can be done about it. This is fucked, and it's literally messing with fundamental rights as a human being. Another issue on the agenda, the law is forcing even small platforms or forums to comply with massive moderation requirements. This basically means companies need to develop AI filters, hire moderators, and respond to Ofcom requests, which is extremely expensive and extremely complicated, mind you. This could kill innovation, kill smaller platforms, and straight up cause them to shut down or block UK users entirely because they can't afford to comply. We've already seen encrypted services such as Signal and Element threaten to leave the UK market altogether because of this. This act also sets a very dangerous global precedent in the fact of if the UK can weaken encryption and censor content, other governments, especially authoritarian ones, such as Russia or China, may follow. Imagine a world where governments around the world demand backdoors into your private messages. All that in the name of safety. That means Chinese apps like TikTok, for example, would be spying on you. This is also without US approval too, since the app is of Chinese origin, meaning the US technically can't do anything to stop it without banning the app. This law doesn't just affect the UK, it could change how the entire internet works and how certain laws pertaining to privacy and other stuff will be handled in the future. So now that you know what it is, and you know pretty much everything there is to know about it and how fucked up it is, what can we do about it? Well, the first thing that you can do is you can get informed. Understand how the law works, as you just did, and how it affects you, as you clearly just did from this video. Second, support organizations fighting for digital rights, for example, Open Rights Group, EFF, or Privacy International. And finally, please, for the love of God, demand better laws and stop letting governments treat us like this. We can have online safety and privacy, but not if every single person on the internet is treated like they're a fucking criminal. Alright, this is the end of the video. Thank you all for listening to me yap about this. If I seem pissed off throughout the video, I'm sorry. This topic genuinely annoys the shit out of me. I truly hope for the sake of everyone this shit doesn't get passed, genuinely, because it could mean a lot of really bad shit is coming. If you like the video, please like and subscribe. If you do, I might give you a cookie. I don't know. See what one you get. I love you all, and I'll see you all in the next video. Peace.